Dynamo Wheelchair is a subcategory of the Dynamo archetype. Similarly, it revolves around pulsing field, but the main DPS in the team is not part of the Dynamo archetype. Usually, the main DPS is part of the Ritual archetype, or better known as Ultimate Spam. The reason why Ultimate Spam main DPS works well with Dynamo support is because of pulsing field buffing Ultimate Might a lot. On top of that, it also buffs damage bonus and incantation might. Examples of Ultimate Spam main DPS are Recoleta and A-Knight. In this video, we will be discussing only both of them, as Recoleta is unique in the Dynamo Wheelchair archetype, while A-Knight can represent Ultimate Spam main DPS in general. Let us talk briefly about Pulsing Field. Pulsing Field is considered as an array, which means that other arrays cannot coexist with Pulsing Field. Pulsing Field has 3 levels, where higher level provides more buffs to all allies. To increase the level, we need to transfer Dynamo to the Pulsing Field. Characters that can transfer Dynamo in the Dynamo Wheelchair archetype are Enigma, Charon, and Ulrich. We will only talk briefly on their roles in the Dynamo Wheelchair archetype, as we mainly want to cover their roles on upgrading Pulsing Field to level 3. Enigma is the sustain of the Dynamo archetype. He provides Bastion, which absorbs damage from enemies. Bastion is mutually exclusive with shields, so as long as Bastion is in the battlefield, all allies cannot have shields. Bastion functionally works similarly as shields. Additionally, it has control immunity for the first 4 controls every round. Enigma can also dispel debuffs inflicted on allies when using his ultimate. As a Dynamo character, Enigma is able to transfer Dynamo to Pulsing Field. He can also grant Cipher Text, which acts like Dynamo, to all allies via his first incantation and follow-up attacks closed loop principle. Most of the time, Enigma does not need to use his first incantation because he can frequently cast his follow-up attacks. He needs 5 stacks of Loop Chain to cast said follow-up attacks. Loop Chain can be obtained via 2 ways, which are from his ultimate and his insight. His ultimate grants 5 stacks of Cipher Text for all allies. On the other hand, whenever an ally actively takes any action, whenever an ally is attacked, and at the end of the round, Enigma gains 1 stack of Loop Chain. Next, we have Charon. He is mainly a support to buff allies' damage. Charon can buff critical rate, convert excess critical rate to critical damage, inflict critical defense reduction, and damage taken increase. As a Dynamo character, Charon is able to transfer Dynamo to the Pulsing Field. He is a very crucial part of the Dynamo archetype as a whole, mainly due to his insight granting him Amplified Surge, which directly skips 1 whole level of Pulsing Field when upgraded. Furthermore, the required Dynamo to upgrade Pulsing Field level 1 to level 3 becomes only 90 stacks. Finally, we have Ulrich. Ulrich is the sub-DPS of the Dynamo Wheelchair archetype. He is able to boost his own damage and also allies' damage by using his first and second incantations. His first incantation inflicts damage taken reduction, while his second incantation provides ultimate might. As a Dynamo character, Ulrich is able to transfer Dynamo to the Pulsing Field. His first and second incantation can transfer Dynamo, but the important part is that his ultimate can also transfer 30 stacks of Dynamo. This is crucial for the Dynamo Wheelchair archetype, which we will be discussing the reason in the next part. The cycle for Pulsing Field when using Enigma, Charon, and Ulrich is 1133. The number means the level of Pulsing Field. First round is level 1, second round is level 1, third round is level 3, and 4th round is level 3. It is possible to do 133 after the first cycle, but Ulrich will become mandatory in the team. Otherwise, he is replaceable. Enigma and Charon are not replaceable, as Dynamo Wheelchair will not work without at least 2 Dynamo characters in the team. However, if you replace Ulrich with a non-Dynamo character, then the cycle will become 11133. If we are playing referee, we can choose Harbinger of the New Era as our manifest. Choosing him will make the cycle of your Dynamo Wheelchair team into 133 easily. The manifest can provide additional Dynamo to all allies, and all allies can transfer Dynamo as well, regardless of whether they are part of the Dynamo archetype or not. For the rough outline of the rotation itself, we need to pay attention to the pulsing field cycle. For the first 2 rounds, you are to prepare your main DPS and Ulrich. In the third round, pulsing field will reach level 3, which lasts for 2 rounds, so you can start nuking. Pulsing field can be upgraded directly to level 3 in 1 round if you use Ulrich's ultimate during the round at pulsing field level 1. Keep in mind about this as it is very important to not break the 133 cycle. The Psychubes used for the characters in this archetype are fairly simple. Enigma uses Lopera Psychube as it boosts the most damage for all allies inside the array. Charon uses his own Psychube, while Ulrich uses Flutterpage 6-star Psychube as it boosts his damage output more than using his own Psychube. As for the main DPS, Recoleta uses her own Psychube, while A-Knight uses Balance Please Psychube for more damage. As for the team formation, put Enigma at the very front as we use Lopera Psychube on Enigma. The reason is because the ownership of Pulsing Field belongs to the first slot of the team. Put Charon behind him, so both of them will be able to use ultimate without consuming any action points during Pulsing Field level 3. Before we get into the rotation, let us discuss briefly on the main DPS. We will start with Recoleta. The main aspect of Recoleta that we want to pay attention to is her Flood of Fiction. This precast incantation of hers is very crucial for 133 cycles. We will be discussing this shortly, so let us first compare Recoleta's damage output in Dynamo Wheelchair team and Ultimate Spam team with Moldir and Melania.
Equip the combo. To chart the star's orbits. You will find a sacrifice to reach the stars.
As seen from the recorded gameplay, with the same manifest, Recoleta deals almost 9 million damage in the Dynamo Wheelchair team, while she only deals roughly 7 million damage in the Ultimate Spam team. That is roughly a 15 to 20% damage increase. With Recoleta in the Dynamo Wheelchair team, it is possible to immediately start to do 133 cycle, but there will be RNG in the first round. You have to use Unfinished Tune for the tuning, as you want to merge Ulrich's incantations at the start of the battle. We want to use Ulrich's ultimate in the first round, and it is possible to do so with Flood of Fiction. However, even after merging and using his incantations, he will only have 4 Moxie, which is the same amount of Moxie as Charon. Therefore, if you use Flood of Fiction afterwards, there will be a 50% chance that Ulrich can cast his ultimate. This setup usually requires you to do reset multiple times. If you do not want to reset, you can simply do 1133 cycle at first, then do 133 cycle afterwards. In the first round, since we want to do 133 cycle, please proceed to merge Ulrich's incantations and use them. Use Flood of Fiction afterwards, then use Charon's second incantation. With this setup, Ulrich will cast ultimate immediately in the first round, thereby transferring 30 stacks of Dynamo to the Pulsing Field, which is enough to upgrade the level of Pulsing Field to level 3. Additionally, Charon will also be able to cast his ultimate in the next round. In the second round, Pulsing Veil is now at level 3. Proceed to use both Charon and Ulrich's ultimate. The rest of the action points will be used by Recoleta. We want to have Flood of Fiction generated in the next round, so please proceed to use her ultimate during this round. In the third round, Ulrich will usually have 3 Moxie. Proceed to use Enigma and Charon's ultimate if available in the spell dock, so that you can safely use Ulrich's ultimate via Flood of Fiction. Proceed to also use his incantations before using Flood of Fiction to maximize his damage output. There will be 1 extra action point left, so please proceed to use Recoleta's incantation. In the fourth round, the level of Pulsing Veil will return to level 1. We also have Ulrich's ultimate ready in the spell dock. Proceed to use any Dynamo ultimate available in the spell dock, then use Recoleta's incantation and ultimate. For the 5th round and onwards, simply repeat the 3rd round, 2nd round, and 4th round of the rotation. Keep in mind that Flood of Fiction must always use Ulrich's ultimate, especially during Pulsing Veil level 1. Please pay attention to Ulrich's Moxie, as our goal is to use his ultimate every round. The cycle will always be 1-3-3 with this setup. Our next main DPS is none other than A Knight. All of his attacks benefit from Ultimate Might. His incantations also provide buffs to increase his damage output further. His main gimmick is his Virtue buff, where he can cast ultimate once at the start of the round if he has 2 stacks of Virtue. However, the only way to get more Virtue stacks is to kill enemies with his ultimate. Therefore, he only shines the best in the stages with many mobs. His ultimate will provide 1 stack of Virtue, plus additional stacks of Virtue when defeating enemies. As for the rotation, it is not possible to immediately start with 1-3-3 cycle like Recoleta. However, afterwards, you can do 1-3-3 cycle, but you must have Ulrich's ultimate ready when the level of Pulsing Veil is at level 1. Otherwise, you will not be able to do so. Consequently, the rotation becomes stricter as we want to ensure Ulrich has his ultimate ready. However, if you do not want to manage Ulrich, then you can proceed to do 1-1-3-3 cycle instead. In the first round, proceed to use Charon's second incantation, both of Ulrich's incantation and A Knight's incantation. Since we have no way to upgrade Pulsing Veil to level 3 immediately, we will focus on getting Ulrich and A Knight's Moxie instead. In the second round, since the spell dock has Charon's ultimate, please proceed to use his ultimate. We want to ensure Ulrich can cast his ultimate in the next round. Please ensure this by using at least 1 incantation of his. A Knight does not need to cast his ultimate in the next round, as long as he can cast it anytime during Pulsing Veil level 3, which lasts for 2 rounds. A Knight does not need to cast his ultimate in the next round, as long as he can cast it anytime during Pulsing Veil level 3, which lasts for 2 rounds. But he will have to use his incantations so that he will have enough Moxie later. In the third round, Ulrich will have his ultimate ready. Proceed to use all the ultimate available in the spell dock. Make sure that your Ulrich can cast ultimate in the 5th round, so if possible, please merge Ulrich's incantations in this round so he can gain additional Moxie. For the remaining action points, proceed to use A Knight's incantation so his ultimate will be ready in the next round. In the 4th round, A Knight will have his ultimate ready. However, in the 5th round, Pulsing Veil will return to level 1. We want to ensure Ulrich has his ultimate ready in the next round. Please use as many of his incantations as possible and use A Knight's ultimate afterwards. For the 5th round and onwards, simply repeat the 3rd round, 2nd round, and 4th round. This ensures that the cycle will become 1-3-3. Remember to ensure Ulrich has his ultimate ready during Pulsing Veil at level 1. Otherwise, the cycle will become 1-1-3-3. On the other hand, please ensure your main DPS is able to cast ultimate at least once during Pulsing Veil at level 3. This rotation works for any ultimate spam main DPS in general, but if you do not want to manage Ulrich, you can just do 1133 cycle instead. Now, without further ado, here are the battle showcases for the Dynamo Wheelchair team Archetype.
There is time still to avoid this fate. Calculating the error, simulating the Chaldean order. Doom pervades within. An accurate reading. See how they oscillate. Through Bacalia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Cherish life. This must end. Just as much there is no end to its misery. About this world, I've been thinking. Just as much there is no end about this world. Sacrifice for me. Life is dedicated and easily lost. Through Bacalia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Just the cost of sorry. Calculating the arrogant parts. Validation. Sacrifice for me. Life is dedicated and easily lost. Equip the cosmos. Assembly at its center. We will have your sacrifice. Reach the star. It can't even happen. Just because about this world, I've been thinking. The time and disguises. To Bacalia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Through Bacalia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Show mercy. Sacrifice for me. Life is dedicated and easily lost.
A truly villainous moment. Cosmología, filosofía class nuestro adversario supremo. More than words.
Just because there is no end to this misery. About this world.
Más allá del concepto muy vitamina a Charon.
Anxiety, defense and disguises. Sacrifice for me. Life is dedicated and easily lost. Through Bacalia's sacrifice, we have reached the stars.
No have to do this. En la acumulación de la verdad, cuéntame todo menos más.
decrypt the cosmos. An accurate reading. Through Recoleta's sacrifice, we have reached the stars.
La combinación de la definidos. Siéntame todo una vez más.
Where is that butterhog hiding?
Let me be the shepherd of your dreams.
His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
The dead embrace you.
Simulating the calculating the Arabic part.
Merci. In memory of the dead.
An adequate sample. Decrypt the cosmos.
Violent disassembly.
Schmerz betrifft die
His
Toten
trumpets
nicht.
sound. The judgment day has come.
There is no end to this misery.
Bravo. Merci. Simulating the Chaldean order.
Sacrifice holds meaning only in its morning. Life is delicate and easily lost.
Never hesitate. Never hesitate. Who charts the star's orbits? Interception detected.
Just a crossword to solve.
About this world, I've been thinking. Bravo.
Just a crossword to solve.
About this world.
Merci.
Bravo.
Befreie dich von den Grenzen des Geistes.
Through Recoleta's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Fight for the unarmed. Fight for the unarmed. Simulating calculating the Arabic parts. Follow the will of God. See how they oscillate. An accurate reading. His trumpets sound. Judgment day has come. His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
The dead embrace you.
About this world, I've been thinking. Bravo.
Validate your computation check.
Cherish life.
Through Recoleta's sacrifice, we have reached the stars. Never hesitate.
Uploaded information. This one's hard to miss.
His trumpets sound. Judgment Day has come.